Hey, my name is Zeb, and welcome to Goodbye Tired Stars by Quizbeer. It's on the Stradio. So, it's basically about... Yes, I'd like to speak English. It's basically about the end of the universe. Like some cosmic being. What happens when the last star closes its eyes? Among the vast emptiness, there are a few stars that still hold onto their light. They tire of shining. They are powerless to fight it. The pole spreads and break them apart. Scatters them in uncountable particles, lacking the strength to join together again. Such was the fate of the universe all along. As a star collector, the ones who have fallen silent all walk with me, with the memory in the bag of treasures. I observe, I remember, and I keep walking. Alright. This is a place. This is the star system I've been looking for. One of these planets has got to be the best view to watch the end of the universe. There's still some time to look around before it goes all out. Let's check them out first. Guess here. The walls of metal have melted and melted with each other, the sign of very high temperatures. Looks like the civilization here linked to build their houses with metal. In their meantime, it was probably a durable material. But even something like that can end up in the state after long exposure to burning star. The universe has unaccountable cases like this. Stars grow and devour what they find in their way, leaving the remaining planets closer to the flames. I know how you must have felt. Some things are just powerless against. I see. There's some sort of markings on the stone. They seem to have faded and eroded with time. Could this be writing? The stone foundation in which it's written seems to have fared better than the rest of the buildings. Maybe whoever wrote it knew it was going to happen and decided to write where it could be best preserved. What kind of message did they want to engrave here? A record of history? Their last words, perhaps? It's unfortunate that no one remains who knows how to read it. At the end, you can't preserve anything. Not much. Just concepts. The ground is completely dry. This temperature wouldn't let anything live in it. I feel a trembling below, a mixture of gases and molten rocks dancing under the surface. From the cracks, the smoke escapes above. In the past, there could have been fields of all kinds of plants, taking in the warm light and fresh soil. How would the view have looked back then? If I could, I would lie down and enjoy the breeze with them. Is this Mars? Is this like, you know, it's humanity. Yeah, strange tall structures in the distance. Perhaps a skeleton of some spires? All that remains is very bare bones, so they might have looked different in the past. Were they a different color, or perhaps they had elaborate metallic ornaments? I wonder if they had any meaning for them. Maybe the people would like to climb to the top of the spires and gaze at the sky. At that time, it must have been a very different sight too. At least, that's what I would have done. Everyone tells a story. Countless planets have ruins like this, and observing them, a lot can be learned about who left them behind. Who were they? How did they live? What did they do while they were here? And how would they want to be remembered? This planet's memory I'll take with me. Melted key of the room. Oh, beautiful. That's pretty. Somehow, the people here managed to build pathways between the fragments. The few that still keep most of their structure are barely holding together now, but they must have been important back in their better days. They walked through these in their normal daily lives despite the risk of falling so far below. It's very brave of them. It must have taken a lot of work to put them together and maintaining them. I see. They must have used technology. Gravity has long lost meaning for this little planet. Some of these fragments are floating far away from where they should have been, originally been, and many others must have become space dust by now. This one offers a great view of the surroundings. It feels like the sky might swallow everything up. Dark above and light below. I'm thankful I get to see this view before the end arrives. There are traces of civilization inside these fragments, or at least what seems to be a piece of buildings. Entrances, windows, just like many of these fences that protect the edges of the rock. A lot of their parts must have fallen with time. There are even some shattered pieces around the windows. Glass, it could be. When I look at a place like this, I think about how it must have been to live here. To gaze from windows into a broken world and call it home. That's beautiful. It's beautifully written. Strange, the fused mass that long ago could have likely been the core of this planet. Even now, it does its best to hold together the scattered pieces and remain floating around it. From what it looks like, this planet must have been far smaller in the past. Could it be? Did the people here do this themselves? In a lack of space, they created it themselves. This one is surely an unusual sight. By all means, a place that I never thought could exist. But even at its end, the universe always has more surprises to give. The reason it ended up like this might have been lost, but the message hasn't. Even a shattered place like this, they managed to hold on to hope, to keep living. This planet's memory. I'll take it with me. It's beautiful. It's broken glass from a... It's beautiful. Oh, that's the last. What the fuck? Oh, such adorable little houses. Also, they could be if someone was living in this planet. I feel like I have seen this kind of mineral in other places, but never in this kind of curious formation. They're peeking out, half buried in sand. There must surely be more of them underneath. Could the ground itself be made of this material? Thousands of these natural towers, all hiding below. Out of the nearby hills. This one seems to be the tallest. Are they truly hills or are they giant dunes of sand? The different colors of the sand paints lines on them. The different colors of the sand paints lines on them. Like the grains have been carefully placed by the wind. Many of the treasures I've collected on my journey are paintings. Where there are people, they always like to record views in forms of still images. If someone had lived here, would they have chosen this view of the frame? So this is not about humanity really, it's more about a species we don't know. The only similar thing was a Mars-like planet, that's it. This is not Earth, and so wasn't the other. Could it be that Earth is dead? They're giants towering over the horizon. This one overshadows all others. And yet, this far from surpassing that blue mountain from so long ago. That one still has the record. I wonder which could be the tallest mountain in all of the cosmos. Have I already seen it without knowing? Will I never know? Will I never know now? But again, taller doesn't always mean better viewpoint. I'd say the view of the sky and the land from above there must be amazing enough to see. Don't break my heart. This could be a river, but instead of water, the current is made out of iridescent grains of sand. Where do they come from? Where do they go? Is that giant sand ocean at the end of their journey? Or maybe the current moves in a circle looping around the dunes with only forward as a destination. A bit like we used to be in a way. Always onwards to the next place to see, never knowing what our last stop would be. The sand runs and sparkles, making a pretty sound. Would that I could listen to it for longer? Beautiful, yet never had a chance to sustain life. Perhaps the conditions never allowed it to thrive. Perhaps life never reached this planet to begin with. The great majority of planets are like this, unseen landscapes, except for us travelers of the cosmos. But is it less beautiful even though no one lived here to see it? This planet's memory. I'll take it with me. Honestly, it makes it even more beautiful. Fuck, I think I'm gonna cry in this episode. I don't know which planet! Soft pebble of lone planet. It seems like time's running out. I think any of these 3 planets might be a good place to stay for the end. But which one? Fuck. The music is doing that to me. That's the music. And the idea of like, doesn't matter. Whichever choice I choose, it doesn't matter in the end. I could choose the worst one, it wouldn't matter. Everything be gone. As much as I like the idea of being a near civilization. Okay, this is the worst in my opinion. Still a great planet, but like the worst. Second place would be the one of the long gone civilization. But I think if I had to choose, I choose this one. Broken glass of the fragment, yes. This one also has civilization, so I sit down at the tallest fragment and look up at the sky. In this seat, like an asteroid, the vastness of the void around it felt more than ever. Who knows, maybe out there somewhere there's someone else sharing the same view. Everything that was, that has been, or it couldn't be, to the end, I remember it all. From now on, the stars will fall asleep. Perhaps one day they will wake again. A dream wipe out to start the morning anew. Oh god. It was beautiful. A game doesn't have to have great gameplay or anything. It has to have a good fucking story. And like gameplay that doesn't make you cry. The story has to make you cry. Not in a negative way, but like a beautiful way. If you have amazing gameplay, it's just a sandbox. If you have an amazing story, it's basically just a visual novel. Which isn't bad. A great visual novel is better than any sandbox like gameplay shit. Thank you for watching. I really enjoyed it, even though I didn't brought much to the table. I hope it's alright. Like for the maker, for the game at most, if they ever see this, hello. And thank you for watching. I hope you didn't... I hope you cried, because it was beautiful. And don't forget, we'll meet each other. I'll see you tomorrow.